Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ryan the Lion Video Games with me, Ryan the Lion, and today we are counting down from 10 to 1 my top PS4 games of 2015. Now these are consisting only on the PlayStation 4, truly to the fact because I don't have an Xbox One and or a PC. So this is the top 10 games of 2015 and I hope you can enjoy them. Number 5 on my countdown, ladies and gentlemen, is of course Tales from the Borderlands. Now this game was a huge surprise. When I first heard that Telltale Games were going to be doing Borderlands series, I kind of wondered to myself, can an RPG first person shooter really be converted and implemented into a kind of point and click style like Telltale are quite famous for? And I was apprehensive, I've got to say. At first, when I first heard about it, I thought that might not work, because I played the Game of Thrones and I wasn't a big fan of the Game of Thrones from Telltale. I think it was a little bit boring, didn't really implement it well, story was very mixed up, not that emotional value that Telltale really do a good job at. I mean, these guys are of course famous for doing such games like Walking Dead Season 1 and 2. They've just actually released that they're going to be doing a Batman series, which that would be very interesting. In 2016 they're going to be doing a Batman series, so I'm really looking forward to that. But these guys know what they're doing when they're talking about storytelling, and as I say, I was apprehensive about when I heard that they were going to be doing a Borderlands style of game, and I kind of thought, yeah, nah, that's not going to work. But anyway, I was curious, and clearly never killed the cat, because this was definitely deserved of being in my top 5 games of the year. This game was fantastic. The story was absolutely such a blast. I mean, it was funny, it was heartbreaking, and they made these characters so interesting. These characters weren't just bleh, or there wasn't one or two characters that were side characters that you didn't really care about. Every single character you had cared for, you liked. There wasn't any character that you didn't like. I mean, even Handsome Jack makes his excellent return in this, and it's an absolute blast having Handsome Jack. If you've never played the Borderlands game, especially Borderlands 2, go and play them right now, because they're superb games. That being said, you will have to play the Borderlands game, probably Borderlands 2. I never played Borderlands 1, but I did play Borderlands 2, but I would suggest playing the two of them, because you do get a good idea of what the story is about, because there is a lot of Easter eggs in there, a lot of returning characters from both Borderlands 1 and 2, so I would suggest probably best playing them first, then playing this game. But that being said, the gameplay is superb. It's really a lot of fun, and all I have to say to give you, anybody that's played this game, and if you want to laugh out of this game, all I have to say is finger guns. That's all I have to say. 2 words: finger guns. Now, if you're wondering what the hell is he talking about, is he going off his rocker? Is he really losing his mind now? No, I am not losing my mind. It is one of the funniest things I have ever seen in video game history. It is hilarious. I was absolutely peeing myself with laughter. It was so funny, and I suggest you could go back. I've got the video on my channel on Ryan the Lion Video Games, so if you want to check that out, check that out, because it is an absolute blast. It's so funny. But the story in general, especially episode 5 was the finale, and it was absolutely amazing. It was so fun, such a blast to play. As I say, the gameplay was great, the story was on touch, the characters were great. As I say, you cared for them and you liked them. The 2 main characters you play are Reese and Fiona. Now, they're the 2 characters you play mainly, but all the other characters add something to the story, which really shows how much detail went into this game when Telltale were making it. And this shows you how great these guys are telling stories, not just with games like The Walking Dead and stuff like that. Games like this are absolutely superb, and they've done such a good job with the Borderlands universe, the Borderlands lore. So if you want to see a great game, if you want to see a lot of laughs, if you want to have fun just playing a game and just having a laugh, then I suggest you play Tales from the Borderlands. But again, if you haven't played Borderlands 1 or 2, definitely play those before you play that, because there is a lot of backstory, a lot of lore, and a lot of returning characters from previous games. So I do suggest to go back and play those first before you play this. But nonetheless, these games have been an absolute blast to play. I've loved all the Borderlands games, and of course this one included. I would go as far to say as Walking Dead Season 1 was my favourite game from Telltale so far today, and it still is. But I think Tales from the Borderlands is probably my second favourite game from Telltale Games, because it is all round such hilarity. The only bug about it is it's still got the frame rate issues, which are of course famous for Telltale Games. The frame rate issues, and of course the some of the glitches and bugs that happen in the cutscenes, and sometimes the loading times can be a little bit long. So those are just the fine-tuned little points that I would have to, if I was going to be picky, I would just have to pick out from these games. That's the only thing that Telltale just can't really get down, is the frame rate and the choppy cutscenes and stuff like that. But nonetheless, great game, great graphics, great gameplay, and such a fun story and great characters. So please, ladies and gentlemen, I suggest go back and play this game, because it is an absolute ball. You will have a blast with it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, of course that means we are into our top 5 games of 2015. So top 5 hype, and this is at number 5, and quite deserved so. So we're moving on to the next 4. Number 4 is coming up, and we've got a game that was mega hyped up, and I was looking really forward to it, and it was a fantastic game, don't get me wrong, but there was a few issues I had with it. Find out in number 4 in my top 10 games of the year. See you then.